Yeah.
Brett, you indicated that you would support the idea of council reviewing staff's performance. Although the truth is, council only has 2 employees, the city manager and the city attorney under this. So everyone else is out of your purview. Do you believe that's the way it should be? Or would you be interested in moving to a city administrator form of government?
The question relates to the current organizational structure and your thoughts on moving to a different city organizational structure, such as a city administrator.
Again, back to what I said earlier, I haven't been a member of the city council yet. I need to do it and see how the staff actually interact with me personally. You know, I've worked for the city for 22 years. I have a high respect for the staff of the city of Brea. From what I see, they're professional, they're knowledgeable, they're intelligent, they're dedicated, they're hardworking. I am not running for city council with an axe to grind. I'm not angry. I don't think that the city staff are out to get us. I want to get on the city council and work hand in hand with the staff that works for the city of Brea. Now, if I see that there's a director not performing and not doing their job, well then I'm going to talk to the city manager and express my concerns. There have been directors in the past, City of Brea organization, that have been removed at the behest of the city council, after request of the city council. It's not that complicated. It's simply expressing the concern with the city manager that this director is not performing, and then directing the city manager to remove them. But as far as where I stand as a resident of this community that's grown up my whole life here, I have a positive attitude with getting on the city council and moving this city forward in a positive direction. And I'm not. Yeah, I'm just not angry. I'm not. I don't have any preconceived notions as to the staff being this, creator of conspiracy, so to speak.
Very good. I think Milk is next, and then what?
No, not to slight Brett,
Not to slight me any. Thanks,
I've,
Bill.
every council candidate that submitted this form of questions,
Yes.
and in the past, they've asked one question at a time, then went to the audience.
Yeah, Milk, would you like to tell us which number you'd like to ask?
Yeah, one at a time, and then back to the audience, and back to my.
You just start at the top.
Start at the top. Okay, so we're going to start at the top and then rotate as we have time. Question number 1, A1 is, do you support staffing as agreed, on the fire station staffing, do you support staffing as agreed to by a council vote of 3-2? Is that right? No?
Yeah, I crossed that one out, I think. Oops. I got something crossed out because.
Yeah, I just asked A1. That was A1. Okay.
Okay. I was, let's see, where should I start? The fire issue is a very, very complicated issue. Let me start from the beginning. When it was presented to me and it was made known to me that the city organization was looking to going outside and go into the Orange County Fire Authority to handle Brea Fire Services, my immediate reaction was that I didn't like the sound of that. Now, then there was a lot of discussion and a lot more information came out. And there was a possibility of upwards of $1 million in savings a year. That's hard to walk away from. That was something that really caught my attention. That's something that, even from a common sense standpoint, that's difficult to walk away from. That being said, I am happy with the 3-2 vote. I would have voted the same way. And let me tell you why. Number one, it's important that we, as a city, have control of our destiny, okay? As a city council member, it's important that our city council members have the tools that they need to make decisions for the entire organization. And removing 25%, upwards of 25% of the city budget, just completely off the table for city council members to look at the entire city organization and not be able to look at that portion of our budget. That didn't seem something that would sort of empower the council to control the destiny of our city. The second reason why I support the direction that the council has gone was expressed to me by a Brea resident. And the question was put to me this way: why should we incur a long-term liability to take care of a short-term problem? A 10-year contract with potential, and I don't want to get into the specifics, with potential of going above what they estimated the costs were, and the city of Brea having to pick up the check. That made me feel uncomfortable. I'm an optimist. I think that the economy is going to turn around, and I think it's already on its way. And so a 10-year liability to solve a short-term problem really raised my eyebrows. The third reason why I'm inclined to favor the Brea proposal is Orange County Fire Authority's use of PAUs, okay? A PAU is a paramedic assessment unit, and Dan's probably looking at me. I need to get together with you and get a little bit more specifics on this, but and you can help me out with this if you want. But a paramedic assessment unit is employed by the Orange County Fire Authority. Excuse me. And what that is it's a unit with three firefighters and one paramedic, 3 total boots on the truck, so to speak. And what that means is in an advanced life support situation, that unit cannot handle an advanced life support unit on its own. Okay? So what that means is in an advanced life support situation, that unit needs to meet with another unit to handle the situation. I like the fact that our current paramedic situation with 2 paramedics and 2 firefighters, albeit one apprentice, on a unit can handle an advanced life support situation with 1 vehicle. That seems to me to be very efficient and a very good use of our resources. Now I'm sure Dan, and I wish we were discussing this over a cup of coffee, because I'm sure he has some things to say about that. But that's my understanding, my perception, in an efficiency sense. And one more thing I'd like to say, Tom, if you don't mind. The last reason why I support it is safety. I think it was in 1996, 1999, Marty, that the council decided that we needed a paramedic assessment unit on either side of the 57 freeway. When was it? 98, 96?
It wasn't a PAU.
No, I know. I'm sorry, not a PAU. The type of paramedic unit that the city of Brea has with an ALS unit, let's say. And I like the fact that we have an ALS unit in Station 1 and an ALS unit in Station 3. And I think that provides good coverage for our city. A resident brought up to me, what happens if there's an earthquake and the 57 freeway collapses and the city is sort of divided in 2? Well, nice that we have a vehicle that can handle advanced life support situations on this side of the 57 freeway and one on this side.
Well, that covered a bunch of your questions.
How's that?
Hey,
Not
no
very
more,
good.
Mel.
Okay, over to Glenn.
Not very good?
You better review the Orange County Fire Authority rules and regulations and their bylaws because
I'll check
you
it out.
misunderstand them.
Okay.
Question from Glenn.
I want to thank Brett for meeting with me at Kimmy's a few months ago over lunch.
It was
And-
breakfast.
Okay, maybe it was.
I got an omelet. You didn't eat though.
But besides that, I do recall another component which we talked about, and that component in particular, that little tiny segment of our conversation that I recall was that you had expressed to me that some of the people that you work with, you expect them, you ask them to do one thing, and frequently they do something else. And another part of that conversation I recall was that you kind of thought that was normal. Do you still feel the same way?
Question really relates to some conversation you had with Glenn regarding kind of management style and expectations.
Glenn, I'm not sure I understand the question. Can you clarify? I don't know. I don't remember what you're referring to. Can you be specific?
I think specifically I was trying to tell you that if you told me something specifically that you would do, that I would expect you to continue to support that position once you were elected. And then as a follow-on to that, my recollection was that you told me that you are surrounded by people who they're supposed to do one thing, but they do something else, and you thought that it was normal for that to occur. And so I'd like to find out if your position has changed.
Glenn, I'm sorry. I still don't understand the question. I don't know what you're referring to. I don't remember saying that. I think you said that I said that I find it normal that people tell me that they're going to do something and they don't do it.
Well, specifically you said at the pool. You said you have a lot of people that you work with at the pool, and you said that you regularly tell them that you want them to do one thing, and you find out, or for example, they say they're going to do one thing and they do something else. And you said that my recollection there was that you said, well, isn't that kind of normal?
Isn't that kind of normal? Well, okay, maybe I'll just go with Tom's advice and talk about my management style. I've been a manager of a staff of 17, 18 staff at the pool for 10 years, and I think my record shows and the program shows that the program is wildly successful, and they do what I ask them to do. I hope that answers your question.
Okay, questions there in the back. Anyone? Okay, we're going to go another round then. Okay, back. Okay. Yeah, Rick.
Sir, I have a question from Paul Ruiz, who's not here, who's training.
I wish he could have come.
The question kind of answered it, but I just want to get more clarity based on his request. Would you be open to, and are you willing to repeal the parking permit ordinance that we currently have?
Street
Sorry.
State-
Right, street sweeping specifically.
State that again.